What is up, peeps? This is For The Win TCG, and let's welcome you back to another YouTube video. And before I do get into this one, I just want to say quickly, I did upload a video earlier today just announcing the winner of the giveaway for 36 booster pack codes, which was my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. So if you did enter the giveaway and you haven't seen that video yet, do go check it out to see if you won. I just wanted to say that quickly before going into this video. But with that all said, we're going to be playing Muck. Just Muck. This card just came out, and again, one of those cards that no one really pays much attention to, usually due to the hype of other cards. And this card is nothing spectacular, but it is a decent deck in itself. It's got a single energy attack, which adds poison, so that's extra damage, stacking it up with choice band, poison barbs, Sevipers. There's a lot of potential damage here. So I thought we could try this deck out and see where it goes. I've included some interesting techs, like a 1 Garbodor just to evolve from a Ditto, a Nihilego, which can help on the 1 prize, where we have 1 prize left, and also does confusion plus poison. And we've done a few different things in this deck. Now, we're not playing Jirachi, and the reason why we're not playing Jirachi is because I've seen quite a few comments just noting down how expensive Jirachi is and how hard it is to get a hold of. So I want to kind of give a bit of leeway to anyone that is viewing and doesn't own a Jirachi, and show a deck to you where it doesn't play it. And in this case, I'm playing Oranguru. So as I said, the one thing I'd always suggest is if you don't have a Jirachi, play something like an Oranguru. Just play something that does something similar, which is drawing or obtaining cards. So that's something that I'd personally recommend if I upload a deck with Jirachi, but I just want to upload one without it, just to make it easier if you're going on and you're actually importing the deck list that I make onto PTCGO. So, and if you want to play the direct list I upload as well. So, yeah. So that's what I'd say, and that's why I'm going to be uploading with Oranguru today. We are playing like a ton of switch cards, which again would work well with Jirachi, but there's a big reason why we're playing that. So we're playing like full switch and like Tantalizers as well. One, I just wanted to mix things up a bit. I've been playing the same supporter line for quite a while. I've been playing the most consistent supporter line I can think of when it comes to just the foundation of deck building. That is 4 Cynthias, 2 Ericas, and 2 Lilies. I just think that's a very good and consistent line. But this time I decided to play some Tantalizers instead of Lily, and we actually played 2 more, so we got 10 supporters in this deck, which makes this deck very consistent. With that said, we're going to get everything out pretty much right away here, and we are going to go for a turn 1 Tantalizer, which is quite often in this deck, which is not the best, but as I said, I just want to spin things up. This deck can definitely be better. I will say that for certain. As I said, maybe Lilies are better off in this deck for the sake of the turn 1 Lily, and stuff like that. And I know I could also play things like Mysterious Treasure in this deck. And to be honest, I don't know why I didn't play it. I think I had 4 Ultra Ball, 4 Nest Ball. I thought sacrificing the Ultra Ball could cause detriment to cards that we may need to get on a certain turn. Let's say if we need an Oranguru, and if we were to have an Ultra Ball on our hand rather than a Mysterious Treasure, that would be better off. Although the Mysterious Treasure gives better options when it comes to obtaining most of the cards in this deck, because most of this deck is Psychic type. So there's kind of benefits to both. So I decided to stick with the Ultra Balls for just more overall consistency. But you can play Mysterious Treasure in here. And I thought 8 Ball Search cards is good enough. I think any more than that would be personally too much. So we are playing a load of Ninetales here. And we haven't actually got ourselves an evolution down yet, which is a bit sketchy because we usually would have one by this turn. So we're just going to go drop another Seviper and just go for a pound here, which is awful. But that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. By the way, if you see a weird bump here, I actually have a hot water bottle on my belly. I've got a bit of a sore tummy today, so I've just been wearing that. Wearing it, I've just put it on now, should I say. Imagine me just walking down the street with a hot water bottle. No, I've got it on now because I'm just feeling a bit under the weather. So it's just helping me out. Okay, so we're playing the good old Incineroar. Okay. Alright, I want to see how we fare up against this deck. It's a stage 2, which means it's going to be very hard to KO. It's self-sufficient. This should be a very bad matchup for us, especially... oh, I thought Seviper was weak to Dark for some reason. No, it's not weak to Dark. Okay, yeah, this is quite a bad matchup for us, so let's just see how it unfolds. I like the Garbodor tech in this deck. It can work out very well, because when you're playing against a deck and they see, oh, it's like Muck. Oh, it's a poison deck. They don't think Garbodor's going to come out. And then you just drop a Garbodor on top of a Ditto when they've played all their item cards very aggressively. And it's just like, bang, you know? Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. I like this. I like this a lot. We're going to throw another energy down here. And we're going to go for Cynthia. We need a Muck. and a choice band. Wow. Okay. Not happening. That's something. That's very rare. I do not like that. Okay. I'm just going to go for a power. Oh my god. The amount of damage we could have put into play this turn if we just got a muck. Oh my god. Well, luckily they're not going so... Well, I was about to say they're not going so fast and they just bring out an Incineroar. Yay. But sometimes that's just the way it works. And yeah, we'll probably roll another one after this as well, just to, again, better represent the deck as always. Also, I actually did play someone today online. So, you know, if you do add me on PTCGO, sorry, and if I do have the free time, I'm more than happy to play you guys just in a fun little game. And it's great because I get to see your guys' idea as well. Someone actually made a pretty good deck that I played against today, and they beat me with it. I was like, oh, that's pretty dope. So they're planning to show me the list, and I might showcase it in the future. Obviously, giving credit where credit is due. If I do upload a video that one of you guys has suggested or one of you guys have actually created, I will always give credit, 100%. And the best way to do that, by the way, is through my Discord. Is to go into Discord and suggest decks. I do take a look at them. I just have so many ideas already that it's quite hard to get them actually going right away. We need to get a serious top deck right now. We really do. We really need a serious top deck. To get us out of this. I mean, if we don't get what we want, we can thin our hand a little bit to hopefully Oranguru into something valuable. That's what I'm thinking. But taking out the Seviper is a smart move because obviously we are relying on high poison damage in this deck. So, again, quite smart on their part. Shine of Punishment doing its work. Probably going to keep us in the game, luckily. Take Eliza, sweet. So what I'm actually going to do is put an energy on the Seviper for potential retreat. We're going to play the switch, I think. Because I want to choice band this bad boy rather than a poison barb. And I'm going to go for Tate Eliza. We just need to increase the odds of hitting Ultra Balls because we found none so far. And we need a muck at least. Oh my god. Okay, we got the Ultra Ball. I was about to freak out there for a second. I was about to go absolutely insane. All right, let's get rid of the energy in the Viridian Forest. And get a muck out. Finally. And we get to bench in the Oranguru. So we get double Oranguru play here. So that could really work out in our favor. Let's see what we get. Okay, that's perfectly fine. Let's just go for Toxic Secretion. The resistance is going to hurt. But we got the poison damage down, the shrine damage coming in. Things will start to rack up. That's what this deck does. It starts very slow, does very little damage, and then it just builds and builds and builds, and then you start taking some crazy prizes. Maybe you could throw a Tapu Koko or so, maybe like a couple Tapu Kokos in here. I mean, it would allow you to utilize Oranguru's attack a bit better, and Seviper's attack. And even if you're in such a dire scenario, Garbodor's second attack, which, let's be real, we're not doing that. That ain't happening. But as I said, it can help with those things. So, hey, biggest problem with that, though, in that suggestion is, let's say you have a muck and you need a Psychic Energy and you top deck, instead of a Psychic, a DCE. It's just like, oh, yikes. So, hey. But yeah, playing the switches is just because there was, getting back on that point, I don't know if I actually said anything about it or I just digressed. I don't know. I tend to digress a lot. It's because there's so many Pokemon in this deck with such a high retreat cost that Escape Board is just kind of useless. And there's so many times where that I've played against a deck with this and they try to stick something up front because of there being such a high retreat cost. So switches come they're so valuable in this deck. I will say that for certain. Now, there is some sort of advantage to us here because charging up the Incineroars requires them to put damage counters, which only accelerates the process we're trying to do anyway. So there is a potential for us to do some good stuff here. But they are just one-shotting us, which is super scary. And I don't like it at all. But we do need another muck. We do need another muck, like now. And definitely missing that choice band definitely went a long way. So, right, they've gone crazy to the items. So Garbodor is definitely going to come out next turn. If we top deck what we need, which is a muck. We don't, so we're going to have to play the Cynthia, I'm afraid, and get rid of that Garbodor, but we need a muck now. Do we get it? We get a muck. We do get a muck. Okay, good stuff. Okay, let's not do anything yet. Let's just get rid of a Tantalizer and a Shrine. The choice band's very valuable. Let's get a muck into play here. Only one muck left. Oh, our rescue stretch is going to be quite important next turn. And then, yeah, this muck will probably go down and, well, Garbodor will come in. I know I could place the energy and the choice band on this thing, but I don't want to make the Ditto a target right now. Although it kind of is. I don't want to make it the main target. So we're not going to attach anything yet. Again, 20 damage is so poor just because of the resistance. It's just, yikes. But Garbodor should clean this one up, which is nice. How much are we hitting with Garb? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Whoa, 200 damage. Wait, 200 damage raw. Well, 180, but 200 raw damage. That would kind of like, I would kind of like this one to get KO'd through a different route. I don't want to hit 180 on this thing. I'd rather hit it on this one. So if this Incineroar can go down in a different way, that would be really good. That would be really good. So I think we do have a route to winning here. If they just KO us, we can just leave us a Viper in the active for the turn. As crazy as that sounds. And let that go down and then allow Poison to kill this thing so we can hit the 150 on that with the Garbodor. Because my concern is if we bring out Garbodor now and KO this, then this is just going to respond and KO our Garbodor, which is a big problem, right? We don't want that. So I think what we need to do is just keep the Seviper in the active for now. And then just go for a pass, I think. And they should be KO'd. No, I think we need another Seviper, don't we? Do we? Or do we have to go for the KO this turn? I think we have to, just thanks to that. If we get another Seviper in play, what are we doing? That's 4, that's 50, but it's just... that's a Viper... Oh, no, that's bad. Okay, we have to get the Garbodor out this turn. Or we can go for something really crazy. We can go for Nihilego, I guess. No, that won't work. We could go for a Grimer and just go in and attack with Grimer. This is such a bad idea, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to attach the choice to a Grimer. Do we have energy, though? Oh, yes, we do. I'm going to attach an energy to the Grimer and KO it with that because I do not want the Garbodor now. Like, that's really bad. And we're going to take Eliza to switch. We have to KO this thing now. And the Grimer does that. And I don't want to Garbodor this thing. So... crazy play incoming. Here we go. Oh, great. Great. Okay, good. Switch active with your bench. In you come, Grimer. Do some work. KO an Incineroar as you do. Oh, yeah. Don't miss out on the Oranguru play there. Ooh. Okay. If this Grimer somehow stays alive, that could work. Or we could at least drop another Seviper down. Hey, that's something. Rescue Stretcher can come into play there. So 20 damage on the resistance, poison, and bang. So we've got the KO there, which is so important because the Garbodor is going to come out hopefully next turn to be able to KO this bad boy. And hopefully they don't get an energy down on this because that will just put us so far ahead in the race. And it really depends if they're playing a Fairy Energy because I know some of these decks do play Fairy Energy or at least a unit energy to incorporate Ninetales and attack with it. But I haven't seen no Viridian Forest on their end to be able to obtain that. So that's what I'm thinking at the very least. Zev Striker, okay. All right. That tells me they might not have another Litten, which would be crazy. That would just be stupid if they don't. Right, we're definitely getting the Garbodor out this turn. And we know we have it in deck because we had it in our hand. Sometimes I get a bit scared going, oh my god, is it in the prizes? Don't be in the prizes when I need the Garbodor. Is it in the prizes? So, maybe you could play 2 Garbodor and an extra Trubbish, but I think that really, I don't know, makes it a bit too clunky. Makes it a bit too obvious as well that you're using a Garbodor, which kind of makes your opponent reluctant to play into it. So, there's some downfalls to playing more. Oh, the top deck! Woo! Beautiful! Absolutely beautiful. And we are going to shuffle some of these Grimers and Mucks back into the deck. Like, that's happening for certain. So, we are going to go... I think we have to do that for the time being. Yeah, we'll just do that. Bring the Seviper back in as well. There we go. So, we can finish off with a Muck if this thing does go down. And a switch. Great stuff. So, Trash Lad, come and smack that thing out of existence. Woo! Okay. Here we go. We're getting excited now. Getting excited. We could get a nice... easy win out of this. Oh, the other Seviper. Oh, we could get a cheeky win. If we get a Guzma... Oh, I just whacked my buddy. My desk. Apologies. If we get a nice cheeky Guzma on that Ninetales... Oh, that's juicy. That would be game. And I believe Guzma's been quite scarce this game so far. So, Guzma is quite a probable card to obtain. And there's ways to do it. We could double switch to thin our hand. We could ultra ball to thin our hand to really get increase the odds of obtaining the cards we need. And even if this Garbodor goes down, we just need an energy on top at least. So, well, I don't think this Garbodor's going to go down this turn, actually. That's like perfect. Oh, just top deck me a Guzma for game. Please do it. Please. Come on. Come on, boy. I'm so excited. I mean, we play 3 Guzmas and we've got none so far out of this. So, yeah, hopefully we do. Being able to beat this deck with Muck is quite cool. Whoa! That is one hell of a discard. Jesus! Oh my god. Have they just run out of juice? Are they just out of juice? That was a crazy Zeb Striker play. I don't even know what they discarded. Did they have any energy recyclers left? Because they got 10 energy in the discard pile. They can't be playing... Well, I'm assuming they're playing 12. Anything higher than that would just be absurd. Absolutely preposterous. Or they're going to mill themselves out, which is another way to win, I guess. Black market, hey? Alright, so they're going to stop the shrine from doing its thing. That's fair. That Prism Star is a bit too little too late, though. I'm afraid. We could just, if we don't get the Guzma, we could just, like, stomp through this deck with Garbodor. But we want to get, we want to get the Guzma. We're going to get the Guzma. So we're going to double switch and then Ultra Ball. Because we want to get the Guzma. Well, at that point, actually, we want to hold that. Because if we Guzma, we can Guzma the Garbodor up. Yeah, so let's not be hasty here. We could... Oh, they got for the quit. All right, they quit. And we got a pack. Wow. What a pretty good game. That was really cool. Let's get into another one. I did say we'll get into another one, so this one's going to be a bit of a longer video. But what a great start. And I didn't even realize I'm on a 5-win streak. And I've been playing this deck exclusively for a little bit. So 5-win streak with the deck. This is something decent at the very least. So I would recommend giving it a try, see how it goes. My biggest concern is how it fares against other rogue decks. Like always, of course, when you make a rogue deck, when it comes up like face to face with another rogue deck, which usually both rogue decks are designed to take out meta decks, which are usually GX decks, then you usually have quite a problem because you're both sitting there doing very low damage and Shrine is doing nothing because usually Shrine is like the key to rogue decks. So I don't know how this is going to fare against non-GX decks without the Shrine, because the Shrine really helps. But then again, non-GX decks always have lower HP, so there's that as well. But the great thing about Shrine is it does bench damage. So it's really good for spreading and preparing yourself for the later game, which this deck is when this deck starts to thrive. It's in the later game. So that's all I'm thinking, to be honest with you. All right, let's drop that. And we're pretty confident this is probably a Zoroark deck. So, oh, this is going to be a test. This is going to be a real test. We've taken down Incineroar. So we can take down Zoroark. It's probable. It can happen. We're going to throw a Poison Barb up there for the time being and just hold this hand. We can Ultra Ball into a Muck next turn. And hopefully this deck does, this guy does exactly what we want. And that's just play carelessly with the items, thinking that Garbodor won't come out. And then we just, you've activated my trap card. Bang. Garbodor is down, taking him out. Oh, yikes. They're gonna take out this thing, aren't they? They're just gonna energy bang. That's what's gonna happen this turn. Just a bit of a yikes. But the one thing is, if we have a situation like this where we're struggling to actually get our mucks out, it's really great. Okay, kind of helped me, actually, to be fair. But I'm not going to complain. Let's Ultra Ball, Switch, and a Guzma. Valuable cards there. Don't like it at all, but that's just the way it's going to be. Let's get a muck out at the very least. And just hope to God this Oranguru gives us like an energy or something. Like we need something. Like, this would be so good if it was an energy right now. Take your lights up. It's possible. It's possible. Energy? Oh, yikes. No energy. We can. There's still a chance here. We're actually going to fail this. Like, I'm going to greed play this. I'm going to throw everything down here just for the sake. Energy. Energy me. Please. We whiffed. Such a vital turn there just to get an energy, put some mad damage down before that happens. So that will lead on to my point that I was just making earlier. If we have struggles of getting it out, or I guess in this case getting energy, we do play a Nihilego, which will it's just like you prop it down, then you can at least do confusion plus poison for a single energy. So that's something we can do at the very least. I'm going to promote this Seviper because this Seviper has poison barbs, so at least we can guarantee the poison if they hit into us. And they can't... Oh, they can KO us. What am I talking about? Okay, we need a switch, an Iligo, and an energy. Like, the odds of getting that are so rare, so I'm not gonna bank on it. Oh, we got everything but the switch. Yikes. Okay, we're going to bench a Grime. We're going to bench a Ditto. What's their energy looking like? What's their... No items. So we're not going to bench the Ditto just yet. We're going to bench a Grimer. And we're going to throw an energy on it. We could go for playing Viridian Forest and get a Ranguru pool, but I don't know. So the hopes is that they take out this Seviper, activate the poison, and then we get Muck out, and then, you know, things get a bit better that way. But not getting that Muck that turn and activating the poison, it's so critical, man. And that's why I play this card in the deck. I play 4 Shrines and this. Shrines super important against GX decks, so that's why I play 4. We could go down to 3 if you want, but I think it's too crucial. And Viridian Forest is just there for the scenarios where you might be whiffing on your energy pools. But right now, the Shrine takes priority here, so that's why I'm not going to play it. But hey, sometimes you get it. Sometimes it happens. Okay, they're going to pick that up, and they're going to go in with the Garbodor, with the Zoroark, sorry. So that's kind of a fair play. That is kind of a fair play. And they are going to activate the poison at the very least, which is good. Oh, wait, unless they take out the Grimer. Because if they take out the Grimer, then that makes sense. That makes sense. Whew, they're just reusing everything. In that sense, we need to get Nihilego down. Like, now. Because Confusion, Poison, and Shrine is a pretty nasty combo for the opponent. So, Nihilego! Where are you, buddy? Okay, we can get Nihilego. Can we get the switch, though? That's the question. Can we get the switch? So we are gonna... Yeah, we need something down, man. They're like too far ahead. We need to just slow them down. Slow them down. I might actually put a choice ban on this just to increase the odds of the Oranguru pool, which I'm going to do because I need a switch and an energy. So that's 2 cards we need. And we're not getting right now. So, come on. Heart of the cards. Heart of the cards. Oh, yeah. There we go. Good stuff. At the very least, we've got something. Let's actually stretch these guys back into the deck because that's a no-no. We can at least now just throw some poison and confusion on them and screw them up a bit. My aggressive play in searching for the energy on the first turn is coming back to bite me because I now couldn't play this Nest Ball to bench a Grimer to prepare to at least attack next turn if this Nihilego goes down, because if this goes down, we have nothing to attack with. So I think my aggressive play in a search for energy is definitely working against us. And that's why it's called risky plays, because if you play something risky, this can happen. But hey, we're just going to keep on grinding. And as I said, this deck does pick up in the late game. Let's hope they try to attack with this thing. But they could be going for another Acerola. So it could just Pokecon for a Lele Acerola, you know? That's what they can do. And I think that's what they're going to do. No, they're not. Okay. Oh, they're going to get a Muck down, though. So we better take that thing out quick. That's got to go down. If they get a Muck out, that's a yikes from me, buddy. We do not want that. Okay, they're going to go for the switch. That's fair. That's fair. We need to take out that now. This is just bad. This is just bad. This is horrible. This is absolutely horrible. At least we have Shrine doing something. Am I right? Oh, no. Right, we need to take that out. So... let's think. What do we do? What do we do? We're just going to... oh, no. We have no space for anything. Oh, that's a yikes, buddy. That is a yikes. Yeah, we have to get that Muck down because that's just going to cause so much problems. Oh, my God, it's going to cause problems. We're going to Guzma into the active for now. At least force him to do some sort of retreat play. But if we get... We need to find a Muck next turn and take that down because Alolan Muck is such a bad outcome for this deck. It completely shuts it down. So we need to take that out. And they're obviously going to be looking for it. But if we do get a... If we get a Muck, do we KO it? Because I know Alolan Muck is weak to Psychic. Oh, we only hit 80 damage on it plus the poison, which is only going to be 40. So... that's not good. That's not good at all. But hopefully we've trapped them for the time being. But I don't know. They play Tantalizer, so they could just switch straight into the active again. Which is very probable. So I know this deck has ways of being unstuck. This is pretty much the most consistent deck out there. Considering it is good at almost everything. It's a toolbox deck almost. So I'm just interested to see how this goes currently. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to go take that out. Alright. In that sense, we need to hit something pretty good here to be able to keep going. But I don't think we can because our abilities are inactive. Thanks to the muck. So we almost just shut down here completely. The only thing we have riding is just Shrine. And that's just not doing anything. Right, let's just go in. And I genuinely think this is a loss, unfortunately, just because we just couldn't get things out properly. And this is just a bad matchup in nature. So I think that's just the case, unfortunately. Well, let's go. Let's at least hit into this thing and just go, tap it. Ah, such a bad matchup. Such a bad matchup. The Sevipers can't even do anything right now. Just amplify the damage. Thanks to that muck, which a Guzma play would fix, but I don't see anything happening anytime soon. They need at least a Devoured Field to one-hit KO us. And that's something, again, I believe this deck might be playing. So, well, they've got one in a discard pile. I don't know if they play more than one. The deck's a bit tight for 2 Devoured Fields. So I'm hoping they don't. And they kind of whiff here. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. That's the first time this has happened. Oh, my God. All right, I'm going to be right back. Okay, I'm back. And they took out the Grimer. God damn it. Ah, that's so frustrating. Okay. This is game. This is just game. Which is a bit of a shame, but... that's the way the cookie crumbles, am I right? And they even got a Devoured Field as well, so they didn't even need... Oh my god. We need a Shrine. We need a Shrine of Punishment, man. Which we don't get. Yeah, that's game. That's just the way it is. I'll give them a well played. We had one game where we absolutely smashed it. And another game where we got absolutely smashed. So, with that said, let me show you the deck list down below. And hopefully, you can play it and get some good results out of it. That would be pretty cool. So yeah, here it is. Quite a simple list, quite direct in its goals and its strategies. But I think it is very good. I think it's got some decent damage, and it's something that will pick up in the late game. The damage in the early game is obviously quite weak. Against Zorak is quite a bad matchup, so you might want to... We could, for example, take in a Rainbow Energy and a Buzzwole just to help counter Zorak. That could be something you could do, because this is all a single energy attacking deck. So Rainbow Energy could really work here with, as I said, Buzzwole. Or even if you want to be all jazzy, you can go for a Hitmonchan, but I don't know how that would work in this deck, if anything. But yeah, there's ways around the Zorak matchup, so we could work on that with this deck. And yeah, overall, I think it's pretty decent. But other than that, do let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. If there's any suggestions to make this deck better, then please do let me know. But with that said, please do leave a like if you did enjoy, and subscribe for more. And again, if you entered the giveaway, don't forget to check out that video uploaded today as well to see if you won. But with all that said, up until tomorrow, please do take care and peace.